on the map, if you're counterattacking, if you're saying to your opponent, no, you can't attack me because I'm attacking you right now. He didn't do that either. That all added up to just one big scary push that Dark couldn't deal with.
Considering the fact how quick Alicia went up to 3 bases. And now sometimes, guys, we do say on Daybreak, if Protoss goes for really quick 3 bases, you should just drone up. I still agree with that, but that is mostly when they play Immortal Sentry. If they actually open up Phoenix, that means that they're going to have much less units on the ground. They might go very Sentry heavy, but then they need to either drop the best force fields in life, or they're going to have a terrible army against infestors, or they won't go too Sentry heavy and try to get Colossus out quick, which means they have even fewer units on the map, and then you can just boss it with a bunch of Roaches, because Protoss can only have a certain amount of gas available in that phase of the game, and once you make 5 Phoenixes, Ben, that's a lot of gas. Certainly, considering the fact that he delayed his 3rd and 4th Vespene guys by quite a bit.
I wonder what Andre would say about that kind of gas allocation.
You would totally agree with me. He would say that this is music to his ears and that he's proud of me. Alicia doing a little bit mining trick over here, as he's hitting hold position each and every single time a drone wants to mine on that patch, or he right clicks on it and holds, presses hold position afterwards, so he doesn't actually gather the minerals. A couple of those cool little tricks a lot of these Korean players do, and of course a lot of fortness as well.
Yep, little things that well, quite frankly, ultimately make minimal differences, but even if it's a small psychological advantage, it's something that you take on into the mid-game.
Yeah, it feels good once you nail that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, feeling good. This game is going my way.
Well, pylon block here in the natural is going to prevent Dark from expanding there.
I really wonder, what is he going to do over here, Ben? If he's going to drop a pylon over here as well, that also means that his Nexus is going to be incredibly late. Is he going to drop the Nexus before a pylon here, or is he just going to try to only rally
Nexus, and then he's just going to try to micro this probe for as long as he can.
That's going to be really hard, man. This is like the scenario I face each and every single game. I really want to get the pilot here, but and he's going to get it. Wow, that's really well done. And he still has the probe alive as well. This is pretty sick.
That's why Alicia is one of the best, man. He's still one of the strongest players in the world, even if he doesn't have any championships to his name.
Oh.
Like we said at the top of the show, 2nd place North American Star League Season 3, 2nd place MLG Spring Championship, 2nd place MLG Summer Arena. That's a long list of achievements, man.
It's fantastic, and I said this before. He cancelled the pylon, so he's not totally committing to this yet. Also regenerated the shield, so he's going to be able to drop this hatch even a little bit longer. This is really fantastic opening by Alicia.
Man,
look how late this hatch is.
Hatchery's going to start with his Nexus being halfway done already. That's a great opening for Alicia now.
The only thing that's going to help out Dark a little bit is that he basically still have 2 hatches going up on 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Yes, the hatch is a little bit later in his natural.
Oh, wow, man.
Ooh.
Overlord was parked too closely over a cannon and almost went down. That would have been a brutal mistake.
But still, I feel that Alicia can be very happy. The larva production is going to be delayed for quite a bit. So nice opening for a Korean Protoss. For the people who wonder, it's like, why do sometimes they go gateway before cannon and we say it's good, and this time he went cannon before gateway and we don't really mention it? That is all because of the fact Alicia knows that he did a fantastic job at delaying this hatch, delaying this hatch. Now, something that Zerg players often do, Ben, is just ignore both pylons and run the first 6 to 8 links across the map. And if Protoss went really greedy with getting gateway before cannon, they might actually be in a very tough spot, and those links might make their way into the main base. And then all the good things that you did before, it's pretty much gone, as these links are guaranteed to kill a few probes.
Yeah, but we're not going to see that this game, Kev. Look at this brave little probe. Just walks right through the Zerglings. Hate is gonna hate. That's what he was saying as he was passing right through those guys.
Once more, guys, this game is not live. They were supposed to play live, but both players said that they suffered unusual amounts of lags on the North American server, so we didn't want to be... yeah, we want to have the highest quality of game, so we just said, it's okay, you guys can play on Korea. We broadcast Strelok vs Mana first, and then we will just rebroadcast the replays, but these games, man, they've been played 15 to 20 minutes ago.
Yep, they were actually playing their games when we started the show. Stargate opening once again from Alicia.
Of course, both these guys represent Team Slays as well. We didn't really mention that yet.
That's a good point. They probably practice together often. And certainly they're familiar with one another's styles.
It's a tough word, isn't it?
Practice.
do you think I'm a bad influence on you?
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, Kev.
We have those sayings in Dutch as well. I tried to teach Ben one once, but it went terrible.
Say one.
De kapper kapt knap, maar de knecht van de kapper kapt nog knapper dan de kapper.
What the hell? The kapper kaklafna kapper?
Almost, man, nailed it. As you see a void ray opening over here in the right top side.
Man, the Dutch ones are way harder than the English ones.
That's the easy one as well, I will tell you after.
You should try seashells by the seashore.
I'm really bad with S's, so I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna sound like Void Ray pops out for Alicia as he's gonna take out this Overlord, and he's gonna follow it up with a bunch of Phoenixes. So Alicia really falling back to Stargate play, man. And I'm curious to see how he's gonna do it on Cloud Kingdom. If he's gonna drop that additional Nexus once more so ridiculously quick. What was it, 8 minutes, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Close to 9. I really hope that we're just going to see an insane amount of Roaches, because I don't think that he's going to be able to hold.
Well, yeah, I mean, last time he didn't go Robo before third Nexus, though. He went Robo after that third Nexus, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to go check out the replay and review it, but I mean, we've got a bunch of gates going up in the back. Well, okay, I guess he could just go ahead and expand again. Cloud Kingdom is one of the best maps in any map pool for taking 3 bases as Protoss.
Well, this time Dark is not taking half meshes ban, as he's dropping 6 Spore Crawlers immediately. But he has that Void Ray opening, and I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of the Void Rays. I know you're not a fan of Void Rays.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, man. It's just so much more expensive. And yes, there are certain things that the Void Ray, certain options that it gives you, certain things that it can do that are awesome. And there was a time when the Void Ray was just king of the matchup. But quite frankly, Zerg players have figured out how to deal with it.
Dark is still 8 drones ahead, while he's already having 6 Spore Crawlers as well. He's going to try to make something happen over here. Is he going to get the transfuse?
That was a nice catch, man, getting that queen.
Yep.
And he's going to get out of there with all of those Stargate units. There's a Zergling sitting over at the third base of Alicia, and it sees that nothing is there. Alicia's also making Immortal first.
Only 4 gates so far, Ben. He has a lot of money. Look at the money that Alicia has right now. Well, he's going to try to pick up more queens, but there are Spore Crawlers, so that's not going to work out. And Infestation Pit is going down.
Yeah, I'm still really having a hard time piecing together what Alicia wants to do. Now Twilight Council goes down. That tells us that he definitely wants to...
8 gates plus 2.
But I mean, it's going to delay his push.
Yeah,
so
no, probably not plus 2, but maybe Blink. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Or he's just going to play much more safe.
I still think he's just going to take a third just later.
The probe is going to be on his way right now. This is much more standard, by the way, guys. 10 minutes and 30 seconds. That's the kind of timing that we're used to. And this is so annoying, by the way, when there's this one little link ban. Oh, that one little link could have been a hero.
If only he had Burrow, Kev.
You could be... how does this song go from?
You can be my hero, baby.
Enrique Iglesias?
What does he say?
Hero.
Take away my pain?
Oh, man, a lot of links forcing a cancel. Nice job right there by Dark. While we were too focused on Enrique Iglesias. Man, that guy...
You can't be too focused on Enrique.
No, I mean, you have to say, that guy's handsome, man.
He's like Frodan levels of handsome.
No, he's almost as handsome as Matt Frog, and there are not many people out there.
It's like Mad Frog, Bling, and then Enrique.
Oh, yes. If somehow, some way, like a girl would get pregnant, partly by Mad Frog and partly by Bling, the son would be like Enrique Iglesias.
The son would be Flash.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good part too. Alicia's still being active with these Stargate units. Dark really did not make a lot of units once more, Ben. He has a ton of drones, he has Spore Crawlers. Doing a really good job. I love Alicia's Stargate control so far, by the way, Ben.
No observer! Oh.
Sad to be an observer.
Worst job in the biz, man. Can't even fight back.
Are we going to see once more Hive play, Ben, or are we going to see some Roach infestor action? This is double evolution chamber this game, which gives me to think maybe we're going to see some real unit action. I would love to see it, man. Like, he can max out at ridiculous speed from now on, and by the time that he arrives, there's only going to be maybe 2 Colossus, and if you spawn a ton or cast a ton of infested Terrans, I really think you can make something happen. Yeah,
Dark's in a nice spot from here. This is a very comfortable position. I'm a little bit concerned about his creep spread. He really neglects that a lot. It's not at the level of some of the other Zergs that we know that really focus a lot on it.
I kind of like
this is one of the problems with running your Phoenixes in.
Second Fungal going down. Where are the other Fungals? I'm not sure if they're going to be in time, but 3 out of 4 Phoenixes will fall. One little Phoenix leaves to tell the tale, Ben.
Traumatic day in this guy's life.
And what he will tell to the people at home, if you thought it wasn't horror, you were not there.
My mom said I could join the Air Force because it was supposed to be safe.
8 infestors still on the map. 4 Dark, 10 more drones, but now the Spire is going down as well. Still no Hive tech. He has the money for it, so if he wants to go brutal, just activate it right now, man. Come on, upgrade. Upgrade that layer, man.
Boom. Done. Ask me, you shall receive, Roti.
You know why I did that? You know how I knew? I have so many notes, man. So many papers full of notes.
How many pages of notes, Kev?
I don't know. It's a lot. Really. As we see Roaches and Lynx making their way across the top side of this map.
Yep, big push coming out across the top half of the map. 190 Zerg supply against about 145 of Alicia's supply, but Alicia's got a lot of gateways, a holy heck of a lot of gateways. He's about 8 of them up in his base, 1 more down in his natural.
If Fungals land really bad on these sentries, that could be horror.
Oh, this is a big engagement, but this is not a terrible position for Protoss. The infested Terrans are the real sort of wild card here. Colossi are going to try to kill him as quickly as they possibly can, and Dark has thrown all of his energy into infested Terrans. That might have been a mistake, as we do see this army being turned away.
These forces were just great by Alicia. And yes, I really did say that I think it would have been good if he made a push like this. But he can do that so much quicker, Ben. He can do that way quicker before even adding the Spire if he wants to, before even going up to Hive. Just make something happen with droning up a lot then, and then making that big, very heavy Roach push. Maybe with infestors, maybe not. But if you send a ton of Roaches over here via the natural, and then you send a ton of Roaches over here, it's so hard for Protoss to defend that after Stargate play.
I would have really liked to have seen fungal growth used there. It was all infested Terrans, and that Protoss army was so clumped up. Some good fungals would have made a big difference in that fight. As it stands, Alicia holds beautifully. Dark still not in bad shape.
No,
maxed out again with a very respectable 14 corruptor count.
Yeah, that's very important actually. You can just rally those corruptors in, kill those Colossus, and without Colossus, the reinforcements are the real big threat for Protoss. Oh, the Void Ray joins in the fun as well.
Big blink once again, right on top of these infestors. A good position for Alicia, and Dark being a little bit non-committal, dances around and just loses some units for free.
This is a very hero pilot.
Alicia's position just getting better and better as he completely denies all mining here at this 4th expand, and he makes his way over towards the 3rd. Oh, Colossus misrallied. That was a big mistake, but here comes the big fight. Zergling's gonna come crashing in. Again, Dark a little bit spread out, but the Corruptors do come in from behind and quickly just
kill the
Colossi.
He's one more Colossus is still alive.
Really,
now he picked up the Void Ray. He can pick up 2 Colossus right now, and then suddenly this army is a whole lot less scary. There goes the first one.
The Corruptors are being so poorly controlled, they're just completely forgotten about behind the army. Dark really making a lot of small mistakes this game. Looks like he was trying to focus on relocating his spine crawlers. Now he's going to morph Broodlords, 3 of them on the way. Just doesn't have money for any more than that. Lings and Roaches streaming in, and Fungal's going down at a frantic pace, but Alicia's supply is not budging, Kev.
Not at all. How many Broodlords are on the way? 4 to 5. Roach is doing a reasonable job right now. But this one Colossus, Ben, it could have died. And right now it has 31 kills.
The Executor Colossus has absolutely been heroic in this fight. Critical mistake there by Dark, who is finally going to send some Corruptors after it. Save the Colossus, Alicia! You've kept it alive this long! He will end up falling, but not
this
before.
Is awkward. Now there are 3 Immortals completely exposed on the low ground.
Yeah,
and they could get fungered as well. Wow, look at Alicia. I'm not sure if that blink was the best idea, Ben.
He's definitely committed up here in the main base. He's going to get the Greater Spire. Might get some other valuable tech. Could feasibly pick off these upgrading Evo chambers, but instead he's going to go after the Spine Crawler.
I mean, this was great either way, but he's going to lose all these units right now, which, I don't know, I think he could have just straight up won the game. He will probably still do that, though. Sick fungal right there.
Look at all these Overlords he's killing. Oh, now he's going to blink under a Broodlord. Gets 1 Brood. Might get a second. He will get a second Broodlord, so that makes it a little bit more worthwhile. Both players' supply dropping heavily, but I think Alicia's going to have a lot easier time on the Remax, putting him on that pylon down outside that 4th base and denying more mining.
Yeah, really nice play here by Alicia, but can't help to feel that Dark could have done it a little bit better as well. The Corruptors, they were just so exposed, and I've said it before, Ben, if you take out those Colossus, this push is a whole lot less scary.
That's it's incredibly true, Kevin. The Colossus, the real backbone of that kind of an attack.
Yep.
And as it was, the backbone was strong because Dark allowed it to be.
Really nice warping over here by Alicia as well, realizing that this 4th base is completely exposed, immediately warps in a bunch of units, Ben. Alicia killed a ton of drones. Wow, 55 workers throughout the entire game. Of course, around 15 to 20 were due to those Phoenixes. Man, that was hard to say. I'm done.
Peter Piper
Take it away, Ben.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Wow, I can't even say that now. We're falling apart here, Kev. What's the Dutch thing again? Kappa, 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 kappa?
De kapper kapt knap, maar de knecht van de kapper kapt nog knapper dan de kapper.
What does that even mean?
It means that the barber, he cuts your hair quite well, but the assistant of the barber, he cuts your hair even better than the barber himself.
Okay, I love it. I love it.
There's a simpler one though, as this game is sort of starting to stabilize right now. Alicia, of course, miles ahead in this game. He's getting +3, he's adding Colossus, Stalkers, Fleet Beacon is on the way as well. Dark is just going to try to bounce back with more Corruptors and going to try to get his Greatest Spire as well. But I don't think it's going to make a whole bit of a difference. The other one, Ben, is a little bit simpler. You can just say, the cut cropped the krill from the trop. Well, I had troubles with this one.
The cut the krill of a truck.
Yeah, the cut cropped the krill from the trop.
That's hard to say too, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit simpler.
Yeah, the Dutch tongue twisters are substantially harder than the English ones.
Well, it's probably because you don't speak Dutch, but it might have a thing or two to do with it. Alicia forcing a cancel on this additional hatch now as well. One Stalker does live to tell the tale.
Sending out a small counterattack force. Zerglings and Roaches making their way over to the 4th expand of Alicia. If they can knock this out, that'd be really nice. Warping of Zealots is there, and actually that's enough to scare Dark off. He does only have 100 supplies, so that represents basically a good 2/3 of his army. Like, seriously.
Sad but true. 65 army supply only for Dark on the map right now. Ben, we're going to see Warp Prism speed being upgraded as well. Alicia's blinks are really heroic, as you said before. They have no fear, man. These Stalkers, the only thing they did all day long is listen to Eminem, I'm Not Afraid.
To take a stand.
And now these Stalkers are dancing like, everybody. And then they all blink forward, man. If I could have Stalkers.
Everybody, blink on that man.
We walk this road, we blink this road together.
Kill them, creep tumor. No, that doesn't rhyme at all.
No, man.
Drop the ball on that one,
You
Kev.
pushed it too far. Sometimes you just let it go.
Just let it die. Warp Prism is now in play. Alicia's going to have a lot more flexibility with his attacks, his Warpins, and his harass now.
You know why Alicia's not attacking, Ben?
Because he doesn't have to?
Well, not just that. This is the best feeling, when you know you're winning against the Zerg.
And you just don't want the game to end.
No, you're just like, I want to live this moment. I want this moment to last forever. I'm just slowly but steady going to pick him apart. You know, I can make a few mistakes, sacrifice a few units, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to kill that Zerg army, and it's going to be glorious.
And here comes that glorious moment. Stalker's going to square off against Spine Crawlers, and they say, you know what, that actually hurts really bad. And instead are going to redirect down towards the 4th expand. Warp Prism is being active in the main base, but it's being very well dealt with by Dark.
Alicia just feels so good right now, man. He's going to get a mothership. He's going to go up to 5th bases so people can say, wow, sick macro toss. I do this sometimes when I stream and I know I won a game. I take like 2 extra bases. So people are like, oh, wow, Rotty, good macro. I was like, yeah.
I like the feeling like when you know you've won and it's like you can't really lose, so you just start doing everything you can and you're playing really fast, but it looks really impressive. But it's actually
some days I feel pathetic when I do that. It's like, look at me trying to be fast. You know, actually, lately my friends told me I'm slow. It makes me sad, man. Do you think I'm slow?
It depends on what you mean by slow.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's all relative. If we compare you right now to Dark, yes, I think you're quite slow.
Yes. But I'm efficient. You can't say I'm not efficient.
I can't say that.
And I have good micro too.
Yes, you do. You know who's really fast?
No?
Elfie.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I don't mind people calling me slow. I wish I had the success of Elfie, man. Nice fungus over here by Dark. Alicia, out of all the moments you could have potentially attacked, this is really not the one.
He chooses the worst ones. All right, I'm going up this ramp, damn it. Dark says, no, you shall not pass. Gets a lot of stalker kills.
Wow, he gets like a really sick fungo. If he would have only been able to renew that one. Look at these brootlings. Look, ah, boom. Warp Prism is still active over here as well. Alicia, by the way, Ben, did not cancel this base on the left top side of the map when the Zerglings forced to cancel. But yeah, when you have 3.2k minerals, I would like to make a big deal out of it, but I can't.
Yeah, Mothership is now out, so Alicia officially has the ultimate Protoss army. I guess he's lacking a little bit in the Archons, but he's starting to make those as well.
Gonna sacrifice a few Zealots, free up a little bit of supply. He's gonna retake that 5th base on the left top side of this map.
Look how fast this Warp Prism is, man. Ah, Corruptors are so scary.
3.38. Mutas are 3.75, right?
Maybe. I think the Warp Prism's faster.
No. I think Mutas are 3.75 and the Warp Prism is 3.38. I do think the Mutas have, I think the Warp Prism has a faster acceleration speed, if that makes any sense.
It does?
Yes.
Makes quite a bit of sense. In fact, Alicia up to 187 supply. Dark has managed to use all this time to muster another pretty solid army, man. He's up to 103 army supply against the 109 of Alicia.
This is actually kind of ridiculous, man. Because he should have never been in this position, being on 40 probes and no great aspire, 40 drones, excuse me, no great aspire, lost all of his additional bases already at levels. A little bit over here. We're going to see carriers though and 4 more Stargates.
Yeah, still, Kev, if Dark's going to win this game, he's got to be so cost effective. He really can't lose anything in this engagement. It's going to be very hard to do.
Do we have Neuro? No, we don't have Neuro. He's misrallying all the infestors.
No, that's not what you want to do right now. The Corruptor's all just going to come forward. Vortex not even going to be bothered with. Now it finally goes down.
Wow, that's kind of smart as well. He killed so many of the Corruptors before, and then eventually he didn't immediately drop the Vortex.
Still, though, there's a lot of Stalkers inside the Vortex too, Kev. And I think they're all going to die to...
I don't think there are that many. Maybe I'm mistaken.
A couple of them.
4. More link counters perhaps on the left top side of the map, but Alicia is like, my Zealots were not able to protect my Nexus, but I think 5 cannons will. If only those Zerglings had the also important Adrenal Glands upgrade.
Would be a completely different story, Kev.
Actually, man, no joke, but Adrenal Glands links are really good against cannons. I'm not kidding right now.
Well, I never joke about Adrenal Glands. What are you talking about?
These Zealots will fall as well for... Alicia is just sacrificing
Best
Zealots
upgrade in the
right.
game, dude.
Because he's trying to free up some supply for all those carriers. Ben, where are those carriers?
They are back.
Natural?
Where are those carriers?
Natural.
Are they in the natural?
Yes.
Ah, they are in the back of the natural. 5 Stargates pumping at a time, so carriers not so far off. I really feel like Alicia's just doing this because he can at this point.
Yeah.
He's got, I mean, he's got so much money, man. Dark can't remax.
Dark has no idea about this either. This is like the moment where, kind of like Bly versus Hazelhoff, where Bly had 27
Kind of
Bloodlords.
like Phoenix versus...
Which Phoenix?
Phoenix from Team the German team.
Oh! Phoenix again, yeah. What? Torres or something?
Terentius, yes.
Yeah, Terentius, that was him. And they played on Cloud Kingdom as well. Okay, guys, we're referring to one of the most unknown games in history, by the way, right now. A game that was not even broadcasted, but once upon a time I was bored. Well, we do see Alicia making a move forward once more. Good fungal, by the way.
Yeah, great fungal and no recall.
He's just showing off. Force the cans over here on this hatch in the right bottom side of this map. This War Prism will fall, which allows me to tell the tale of former Type Phoenix, the Korean Protoss, Korean Zerg player that moved to Germany together with Ryu.
Really strong Zerg player, high Grandmaster player.
Yes, who played against the relatively unknown German Protoss Terentius. Now, some people might wonder, Rotti, why did you see this game if it was not broadcasted? I have absolutely no idea. I was looking at the EPS, which are the most prestigious German qualifiers, or the most prestigious German league. Take a look at the qualifiers and saw Terentius beat Phoenix. I was like, I want to see what happened. And Ben,
it was epic.
I will never forget that game. I have never seen a more bizarre game as Terentius versus Phoenix on Cloud Kingdom.
It was incredible. Phoenix literally took the whole map, built 1 million spine crawlers, and then Terentius just showed up with like 20 carriers.
And all there was on the map were Brood Lords and spine crawlers, which was the most silly thing. And Terentius was on 3 base, but he also had like, no joke guys, 30 cannons protecting his 3 base Protoss. And he won.
That Protoss. We are seeing a pretty crazy situation here as both players send out attacks at the same time. Alicia choosing not to engage the Zerg army and instead to go take out a couple of expansions. This is great because it cripples Zerg even further, and Alicia can definitely afford to rebuild if it comes to that. So
yeah, and Zerg can't. Right now, Ben, all there is on the map are 12 Corruptors, and that's nowhere near enough to deal with all these carriers. And Ben, good news. It's awesome, by the way, to see carriers on this glorious carrier day in history.
That's right, Kevin. This day in history, the carrier was reborn. It had been removed from Heart of the Swarm, but it is back. Big Fungal does go down.
Neural, Vortex, nope.
This is the best engagement that our Zerg player is going to be able to hope for, but it's still just not going to be enough because he doesn't have an answer to those carriers, Kevin.
Yeah, and losing 5 infestors before anything else. I guess that kind of sucks when you don't have any roaches. Like, roaches are a really vital part to any Broodlord army, in my opinion, because they keep the corrupted, they keep the infestors alive.
Carrier's just killing absolutely everything right now. Finally, the mothership goes down.
Look at this one Void Ray. It's been around for the entire game.
Void Rays are good, man. I told you. Look at how many kills he's got.
Oh, no, the other Void Ray died before. As Dark does finally GG out, Alicia takes his first victory in this season. Pretty convincingly, Ben, 2-0.
Super convincingly. That last game was a little bit silly. I mean, it was over probably 16 minutes ago.
But I can't blame him. I do the same. If I know I'm beating Zerg, I
know that this is a rare moment, so I want to embrace it. I want to relive it. It's like when I play games against like my lower league friends, I'll just like let them do whatever the hell they want. I just make 200 supply of banelings, and then whenever I decide that I'm bored, I'm just like a move.
No.
And it's always glorious.
You're a bad friend, man.
I'm a great friend.
You're a terrible friend.
I let them build up. I give them a chance. There's a chance I might attack into a bunch of void rays. So you never know.
All right.
Anyways, Kev, that does it for Alicia versus Dark. Alicia wins 2-0. And that game was brought to us by iBuyPower PCs, the PCs that power the North American Star League. We're going to take a very short break, and then we're going to be back with our final thoughts on the day and some cool updates on things to come in the future. Don't go anywhere. Final words when we get back.